Hello creative minds, this is Layla here, and I'm still working on crochet mesh, and there was one thing that I really wanted to show you from the bottom of the heart. I made simple crochet mesh. You know this one from my previous videos, okay? And here is really nothing to it, okay? These are double crochet stitches, and it has one chain stitch in the middle here, okay? So you have diagrams for it, okay? I've done this enough, and those are on my website, okay? So now we can take this one step further, okay? That means we do something like this, okay? This is what it was vintage knitting. It was done in the vintage knitting. Our grandparents, grandmothers, in most cases, were doing that. Okay, see, I have a butterfly. Now, any pattern, I cannot show you any magazines or any periodicals because there are copyright laws to it. But whatever I've done, it's here, and I'll try to explain. It's really easy. Any kind of periodicals that has fill-in instructions, like that could be cross-stitch diagrams, okay, rag hooking or knitting patterns. You know, it's a crochet, but knitting patterns that when you do, and two color knittings and appliques knitted in, they have those fill-in diagrams, and then any kind of them can be used. For instance, here, this is the diagram I made for you of that same butterfly, and it's going to be on my website, and then you can go ahead and download from there. But as you see, I made it on the matte paper. See that? Okay. And look at those beautiful little squares that crochet mesh makes. Alright, now all you have to do, once you know how to do mesh pattern, just fill in the blanks. See that? And everything here goes by counting. See, once you did this part, let's say one of, you know, this little portion of the crochet mesh, and you know how many lines you do, and then you count from here. See how many little squares you have to leave without fill. And now I have it with puff stitch, okay? But there are all kind of other ways, and I'll show you how you fill this mesh pattern. But any at all diagrams that are in rag hooking or cross stitch and knitting patterns or anything can be used. Just take layout just like this, and like one square equals over one crochet mesh pattern, and that's pretty easy, right? And then it's beautiful too. Okay, the yarn used here is Aunt Lydia's, okay? It's classic crochet. I don't know, yeah, it says thread, okay, classic crochet thread, and it's number 10 size. And the one I used actually is much lighter. It's like white. I'm sorry, I lost the packaging for it, but they are very same, only color is different between them, okay? So this one is little bit off-white, okay? It's not completely white, just a little off-white. Okay, because this yarn is so thin and we have it at size 10, we need to have equivalent crochet hook, and this is size of 6 over 1.8 millimeters. Okay, it's kind of reflecting the light, but it's 6/1.80 millimeters. It's by Boye or Boy. I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce it right. It's B as a boy, O Y E. Okay, and it's a thin crochet hook that actually handles really well this size of yarn. Okay, I knitted my first row of the squares here, and I have my second one started. And let's say I want to fill in this blank here. Okay, in my diagram I have a puff stitch used for it. Okay, and see, do you pay attention? I have it 4, number 4 inside here. What does it mean? It means that I did pulled out yarn 4 times in that puff stitch. Let me show you. Yarn over, pull out once, yarn over, pull out twice, yarn over, pull out yarn 3 times, and yarn over, pull out yarn 4 times, and then I have it, the big bunch of puffs, yarn and yarn over, sorry, and I will knit just one, I pull out my working yarn all together. Okay, now when we do filling, more important thing is when we do filling, let's say this is the place where we are, we do not do any chain stitches. Chain stitches is done only when we do crochet mesh. Okay, see, pay attention. Once I filled it in, I'm not doing any crochet, any chain stitch. Okay, I just will continue doing a double crochet to complete the square. See, now what did I do? I did double crochet here, then I did puff stitch here, and then I completed my square with another double crochet. Okay, now if I do another just simple square, open square, I will do 1 chain stitch like I already done and 1 double crochet. That completes the square. Okay, again 1 chain stitch and double crochet, see, and this completes the square. Okay, now this is you realize if you want a to have it lesser filling of the square, you can do it with less. See, instead of 4 pull-outs, you can do 3. Okay, but there is another way to fill in. Okay, let's see, we want to do filling here, and we do not do puff stitch. We will simply do double crochet stitches, maybe 4 of them, 2, 3, oops, 3, and 4. So that still will be, it depends what kind of look you are after. Okay, and then I have to complete my square here. Don't worry, I'll repeat this one, just let me show you what am I doing. Okay, see here, and I'm completing my square just like I did in a puff stitch. See the difference? See, this one is much more loose and then shallow, and the puff stitch actually really fills up the square, so I have a preference for puff stitch, but it depends up to you what you would like to do. See, when you do double crochet stitches here, same again, you do not have to do any chain stitch, any whatsoever. So you start here, you do double crochet, then you do double crochets. I did 4 of them in the middle, and then I completed the square. See, I did 1 double crochet exactly on top of the other. Okay, let me do one more, so I'll show you what am I doing, and I'll be really slow. Okay, see, I am about to do fill in with again double crochets, and I'm not doing any chain stitches or something. It will be 4 double crochets in that square. One I did, it's second one, 2, and 3, and 4, and now I need to finish up my square right here. See? Okay, see that? So basically this is still a filling of the square, but it has a little bit different look, okay? Also, when you knit this, you get a little bit stretchy fabric right here. See, it stretches a little bit, but I guess this is a characteristic of the knitted fabric in general, and this, to me, this adds more of the this warm, homey feeling. Like you actually can see this is done by hand; it's not made by machine. So I guess this adds to the beauty to it. Alright, like I already mentioned, this pattern requires lots of counting. So we simply start. See, I have numbered already those lines. These little lines, see, these are telling you actually which row you are going in. Okay, and then they are exactly labeled here. And this, for some of you who likes to just to count by the squares, so I put the numbers, okay, in yellow boxes, yellow bars. Now it's easy. So we start count from here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have a free just empty boxes, and then we fill in 1 puff stitch, and then we again continue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do 5 boxes, and then we fill in a puff stitch. And real easy way to actually keep up with this. That's what I did. I took just simple manila folder and then cut it in the half, and I did exactly the size of my pattern, okay? And then you can actually clip it to the board, and it will keep on the it will stay on the place, okay? So let's see, let's say we need to do this line here, okay? So we put our viewfinder. I am calling it viewfinder because it really looks like it, okay? See, now it's clipped on the board and then on our diagram too. And let me quickly make it a little straight. Okay, and now see, it's the 10th square. See, it shows here. And now we count 1, 2, 3, 4, and we don't have to fill in these. And then we do 1 puff stitch, and again 1 2 3 4 5 6 empty ones, and then we need to do 3 puff stitches, 1 2 3 4 5 6, again empty squares, and then we do the puff stitch. Okay, I think it's very convenient, and then besides you can do it by your own. Okay,